Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us live here on India Today's social media handles. I'm Akshita Nandagopal, getting you all the top stories of the day. A lot of big political developments, and those are really the big headlines of the day. What's happening in poll-bound Bengal as well as in poll-bound Tamil Nadu. Let's start off with Bengal because we woke up this morning to a lot of dramatic developments that had taken place. Remember that yesterday morning you had the Central Bureau of Investigation cracking down on Mamta's family. Mamta's nephew, Abhishek Banerjee's wife, Rujira, was under the scanner in an illegal coal mining case. And hours later, you had the Kolkata police cracking the whip and cracking down on a drug bust case. A few days back, we had a BJP youth wing leader, Pamela Goswami, who was taken into custody. Now, when she was arrested, she kept screaming conspiracy and named another leader, Rakesh Singh, a BJP leader. Again, she said that he had, in fact, plotted and put her in this predicament. Now, after she came out to state that she was framed, the Kolkata police have taken forward their investigation and they've arrested Rakesh Singh. Why is this important? Well, first, he only recently joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, but he is a close aide of Kailash Vijayvargiya, and we know how important Vijayvargiya is to the BJP's Bengal campaign and its politics. So Rakesh Singh has been arrested. There have been a lot of questions of what prompted the Kolkata police action because they had summoned him, and yesterday he'd sent across an email to the police saying that he will not be able to appear before them because he's going to be in Delhi for some prior commitments. So keeping that in mind, why did the Kolkata police arrest him? A number of reasons. Now, what we're hearing is that Rakesh Singh was trying to flee out of Bengal, which is why they took him into custody. They had raided his house first in Kolkata, detained both of his sons, so that was quite a bit of drama that was witnessed late last night. And after that, they found him to be in Burdwan district, took him into custody as well, because they claimed that he was trying to flee, move out of Bengal so he wouldn't get wrapped up in this case. Rakesh Singh, as far as he's concerned and his role in this entire drug bust, he's come out to state that all the allegations against him are completely false, that this is a conspiracy, and he's been named to, in fact, to target him. He says that this is political vendetta, something that we hear time and again, of course, in the run-up to an election, whether it's the TMC or the BJP. Both are going all out and claiming that they're being unnecessarily targeted by different agencies. With regards to the TMC, it's the CBI. For the BJP, it's the Kolkata police. But as far as the drug case itself is concerned, Pamela Goswami is someone who was arrested because the police said that she was running a drug trafficking racket. They said that she was arrested with cocaine in her possession. 100 grams of cocaine was found in her car, according to the police, and in her purse. Now, Pamela Goswami says that this drug was planted in her car by Rakesh Singh. There's no clarity on exactly what his role is here, but it's led to a lot of questions, and the Bharatiya Janata Party has been rather silent on this entire issue. So this is a story we're tracking closely. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, I did mention a lot of developments happening there as well. With months to go for the election, today is a crucial day. It's Jayalalitha's birth anniversary, her 73rd birth anniversary, and you got the AIADMK going all out because essentially, as far as optics are concerned, it's a very important day. They're trying to say that they are the clear heirs of Amma's legacy. VK Sashikala recently out from jail. She's also held her own celebration. Rather muted when you compare it to how AIADMK has been celebrating, but her message is a very interesting one. While speaking, she said that we must all unite to ensure that we win. Now, she hasn't said whether it's uniting against the AIADMK. At no point has she lashed out at the AIADMK in that statement. Only said that Amma's cadre must come together to ensure that there is a win in the state and that her government continues to rule for the next 100 years. And this has led to a lot of talk on whether Sashikala is trying to reach out, trying an outreach to EPS and OPS to bring her back into the party fold. So that's what's happening as well in Tamil Nadu. I also want to give you a quick update on a reaction that's coming from Rahul Gandhi yesterday when he was speaking in Kerala, where he's essentially seeming to suggest that South Indians are more informed about politics, that he's very impressed by it. And this has been read by the BJP as a comment where he's calling North Indians as superficial. And that hasn't gone down well with the BJP. The BJP has called him ungrateful to the people of Amethi. They've said that he's trying to create a divide, accusing him of divide and rule politics. So that is another interesting story that's coming in from South India, with Rahul Gandhi continuing his campaign in his constituency of Wayanad. As far as the fight against coronavirus is concerned, we've been seeing very worrying news coming in, and unfortunately there's been no respite. Cases continuing to go up in 5 states, particularly in the state of Maharashtra. Again, over 6,000 cases that have been reported, and for last 1 week this has been the case. Over 5,000 cases being reported on a daily basis. You had the Maharashtra Chief Minister putting out an appeal saying people must come together, people must ensure that they do their bit, as in wear masks, maintain social distancing. What's come, however, as a huge embarrassment for him is that his own minister from the Shiv Sena, Sanjay Rathod, held this massive show of support where a huge number of his supporters gathered at a temple. This was in Vashim. Now, this led to a huge controversy, but Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, clearly knowing the repercussions of something like this and how it sends such a bad precedent, has come out to state that the strictest action will be taken, whether it's a common Mumbaiker, whether it's any other person, whether it's another citizen, or whether it's a minister. So he's promised that action will be taken against Sanjay Rathod and all of his supporters who would come together at a time when we're fighting coronavirus, at a time when strict norms have been put in place, keeping in mind the grave situation currently. So that is something also that we will continue to get you the latest reactions on. Remember that today a big development is expected, which is that the Grand Motera Stadium, it's the world's largest cricket stadium, it's going to be inaugurated in about an hour from now. President Ramnath Kovind will be there. Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be there. It's going to be a huge inauguration. And remember, soon after the inauguration, you're going to be seeing that important India versus England test match that will be held in the stadium. It's the first match that the stadium is hosting. Of course, there's a lot of anticipation for this pink ball test as well. But beyond that, a lot of excitement about the stadium because it's got some state-of-the-art facilities. It can have up to 1,20,000 people at a go. That many spectators can gather at the stadium, and we understand there is unique facilities, really make it one of a kind. So a lot of excitement also for the Motera Stadium inauguration that will be happening in 1 hour from now. As far as international stories are concerned, golfer Tiger Woods met with an accident. However, he is currently stable, but he was rushed to a hospital in an ambulance. There was a lot of ambiguity on what happened to him, but what we know is that the car that he was in fell down, rolled down a steep hillside, but he is perfectly fine. A statement also that's been put out by his team states that he is in hospital but completely out of danger. No information of what kind of injuries he suffered and whether this will affect his career. But right now, a lot of tributes, prayers that are pouring in for Tiger Woods. The good news is he's completely out of danger and is stable. So those are the top stories that we're tracking this Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. We'll continue getting you all the big updates of the day.